Mr. Heleni, according to U.S. and Israeli media, the proposed force could reach 10,000 troops and be led by American general. So what does this reveal about Washington's strategic priorities in Gaza after the war, and how feasible is the plan for stabilization force in Gaza?
First of all, good morning. Thank you very much for having me, and greetings to your esteemed guest in Ramallah. Obviously, yes, the United States is leading the efforts to have the ISF, the International Stabilization Force, taking an effective role in Gaza as soon as possible. Of course, from the outcomes of the Qatar conference, it seems very unrealistic that this force will be deployed before the end of the year. The talks now are talking about January as a meeting for the military chiefs to discuss possible deployment. Obviously, we are still in a very sticking point. The countries which have met, the U.S. administration spoke to around 45 partner countries. Only 19 have expressed their readiness to commit to the ISF, obviously through logistic support only, without talking about combat forces. Italy referred to 20,000 personnel readiness to be sent, but also only for medical and engineering roles and construction roles only. That sticking point remains unresolved as far as we don't have a very clear mechanism for disarming us. As we know, the Trump Gaza plan was agreed on in principle. And when at the time when it was signed, the idea was that when we enter phase two, we will be discussing the details. But obviously, the devil lies in these details. Hamas won't disarm, as it says, before there is a clear pathway to a Palestinian state, which Israel obviously rejects. So we are at a point where we have the major unresolved point is the disarming of Hamas. The United States is trying to balance between diplomacy and the idea of using military force through Israel. As we said a couple of months ago, President Trump said that Hamas will have to disarm either peacefully or through force. The United States doesn't want to have boots on the ground, as we know. Even the retired general who is going to be in command of the ISF is going to manage and work with the ISF, but without American boots on the ground. That is because of very much, as we know, internal political sensitivities here in the United States for having combatant groups in Gaza. And we know that the United States, from this perspective, has always been seen an ally to the Israeli forces. So the United States want to manage the resolution in Gaza, but without having boots on the ground, which will possibly do more complication than resolve the problem. Up until now, what the United States is trying to do is working with the partners to have a clear understanding of what the role of that force will be. Obviously, the partner nations want to work in construction, engineering, but want to avoid being in the combat lines between Israel and Hamas. Up till now, without a very clear understanding how the disarming of Hamas will happen, I think this sticky point will still remain on January.